Hello and welcome to Leuven. Just behind me is the finish line of the Road World Championships. You are going to get very familiar with this circuit here. The Leuven circuit itself, it is 15.5 kilometers long, and there are 4 distinct climbs in addition to a fairly substantial grind up to the finish. The climbs on the Leuven circuit, they are not as severe as the Flandrian circuit. That said, we're gonna go check it out and find out what the racers have in store for them. Let's go. Now the first berg we have on tap for us here in Leuven is the Kaisersberg. And here it is, the Kaisersberg. 290 meters, 6.6% average gradient, kicking up to grades of 9%. Let's see how this treats us. You think that the climb is going to end right as you go under that overpass, but it does drag up here over the top, opens up, you know, honestly, not a very hard climb. After the Kaisersberg, we have the Decathlon. Maxing out at 6%, averaging 2.2%. This climb in and of itself is not going to make the race. The reason why it's important is because as we get to the top, there is a fast, screaming descent really, into a sharp right-hand turn on the wide purse. And this is the start of the Decathlon. As I said, 975 meters long. And it just starts as a drag. It opens up beautifully at the top. That'll be a place where riders can move up. And then we're going down again. This Leuven circuit, it is very undulating. Lots of ups and downs, lefts and rights. That calm descent ended abruptly into a tight right-hand turn onto the wind purse. This climb, 360 meters long, kicking up to 9%, averaging 8%. So very steady all the way up. After the wind purse, riders take a tight 180-degree turn onto this ring road around Leuven before they dive back into the urban mess of the circuit. And from this point on, it's going to be a little bit of a mixed bag. We get some fast roads like this, particularly the fast road going into the finish, which we're going to get to. But between me and the finish is what I think is going to be the most spectacular climb of the Leuven circuit, the St. Antoniusberg. It has some cobbles, and it falls just before a screaming fast run into the finish. And this is it, the St. Antoniusberg. There are 2 lines, a left line and a right line. You don't want to be on this center cobbled strip unless you absolutely have to move up. We're gonna see some people further back in the group riding up these cobbles trying to get into a better position, but the action's gonna be happening on the left or right side of the road. Short and sweet, but it is going to be explosive. The road continues to grind up here. And the school kids are already out cheering us along. The finish to this road race is going to be insane. This big, wide road, downhill, I'll bet we're gonna be seeing speeds approaching 50 miles an hour into the final corner. It is going to be terrifying for the riders. Very exciting to watch for the fans. And just like that, that run into the final corner is going to be so hectic, so fast. If there is a bunch finish, it's going to be mental into the final corner. You take that left-hand turn, and it drags up all the way to the finish. Whew. Well, that is the Leuven circuit, my friends. Takeaways from that. On paper, not that hard. None of the climbs are that severe. The St. Antoniusberg, which is what I was saying, where this race is really going to come down to, that in and of itself, it's only 230 meters long, averages 5.5%, 6%, and kicks up to 11%. That's something, but you know, these climbs, they're over like that. They are over very fast. Riders who want to have a result at Road Worlds, they're going to have to stay at the front. There are so many twists and turns on this course. It's going to be so much easier if you are surrounded by a well-organized team, or if you yourself can just ride good position, you know, stay at the front, not get caught off guard by any of the turns going into hills. And you know, so part of that is on the riders and part of that is on the teams. Bigger teams might just want to take ownership, put themselves at the front to give their leader an easy ride, because the circuit, it isn't that difficult. It's not that difficult if you're at the front. It is going to be a nightmare if you're at the back though. You do not want to be in the last 50 wheels on this Leuven circuit, because you are just going to be getting whipped around left and right. Like I said, not that many places to move up. And I think that that is what this Flanders World Championships really is all about. The entire course is going to be about positioning. There is not nearly the amount of climbing on this course compared to World Championships of the past, certainly not Innsbruck, not Yorkshire either. So with the flatter profile, it doesn't mean it's going to be easier, but there's going to be an onus on teams to take ownership and keep their riders up in position. And that's what it's all about on these tight, narrow, technical Belgian roads that we are going to be seeing for the rest of the week.